My family, my community, we are still overwhelmed, still tearful, still suffering with anxiety from that fire.
People in the Piney Grove community of Winston-Salem have not forgotten what happened in their neighborhood 1 year ago tonight. The fire at the Winston Weaver fertilizer plant changed the lives of many people. Tonight, those people and others gathered for a prayer service to reflect on what's happened and look forward to what's to come. On this night 1 year ago, after the flames engulfed the plant, the city evacuated people within a 1-mile radius. Estimates put about 6,500 people in that zone. Many didn't return home for days. Businesses were closed for days as well. The big concern was the 500 tons of the highly volatile chemical compound ammonium nitrate inside the burning plant and the 100 tons of the same compound in a rail car adjacent to the property. Firefighters feared an explosion of historic proportions. Thank goodness that never happened, but it certainly was a night many will never forget, including the two of us. We were both working that night. Good evening. Welcome to the Fox 8 10 o'clock news. I'm Neil McNeil.
And I'm Michael Hennessy. Tonight, the thousands of people who lived within that 1-mile radius of that fire have their fair share of questions. And Fox 8's Caroline Boyer live outside the site of that former plant tonight. Caroline, as Neil just mentioned, a year ago, I was out there telling a lot of those people they were being asked to leave for the first time. I went back, actually watched some of that coverage and was talking about the confusion a lot of them were dealing with on that night. How much of that remains?
Michael, there is not much left of this plant, only the sign behind me, but this community is standing, and that's what they're holding on to. They know that fire could have been a lot worse, and they are glad it wasn't.
In this community, we have favor, and we are very thankful that no one lost their life on the 31st.
January 31st, 2022.
And I saw the flames, people standing on the side of the road, the firemen up in the air. The fire seemed like it was just touching the sky. It was just unbelievable.
To this day, we still have flashbacks about what happened that night. I don't know if we'll ever get over it.
It's been 365 days since the Weaver fertilizer plant in Winston-Salem caught fire, sending flames and smoke into the air. Thousands of people were forced out of their homes.
Put my shoes on, my coat, I grabbed everyone in my family, and we went to a hotel. I left everything I owned in my home because I was so scared.
Now the fear has turned into gratitude. Nearly 50 people filled the pews of the Piney Grove Baptist Church Tuesday night to celebrate how far the community has come over the past year.
We have learned to give you thanks in spite of what we have been going through.
The service started with a prayer
for protecting us and keeping us, because many things could have happened. And we want to say thank you.
Then a soloist sang a hymn called God Be the Glory. Dozens of people praising through the pain. 1 year later, many people still have unanswered questions.
Why did this happen? Who actually owned the Weaver fertilizer plant? What about OSHA? What about the federal government? All of this could have been prevented.
We have people from different diverse backgrounds that are going to work very hard for this community and the surrounding communities to get answers about all of the questions that we have concerning the Weaver plant fire.
Several people who attended tonight's service tell me they plan to go to a meeting tomorrow night where community leaders will provide an update on the fire. That includes talking about a study that's being done to examine the health effects of that fire on people living in this area. Live in Winston-Salem, Caroline Boyer, Fox 8 News.
That meeting's set to start at 7, and we'll be tuning into it tomorrow night. We'll bring you any updates. We'll also hear from some of the major players who made the decisions behind the scenes of that fire in an in-depth report back here tomorrow night at 10.